The story you just read is called The Thief Who Stole My Heart. Do you believe in love at first sight? Because that night I knew I loved the man who broke into my home. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't in love with the idea of being kidnapped. But when he let me go, when he offered me safety, I knew I was falling for him. It wasn't just his rugged looks or the way he smelled like rain in old books. It was the kindness in his eyes, the strength in his touch, and most of all, the hope he gave me for a future that didn't include my abusive husband. Before I continue, I need you to do 2 things. 1, hit that like button because it helps the algorithm. And 2, subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any of my upcoming stories. Also, if you enjoy reading romance stories like this, check out my book series, The Love Hypothesis. The first book is titled The Unexpected Heiress. It's available on Amazon and other online bookstores. The day after he saved me from my husband, I told him I wanted to go home. But as we drove past the bakery where he bought me that sweet bread, I realized I didn't want to go back to the life that almost destroyed me. Instead, I asked him to take me somewhere far away, somewhere where I could start over. But as he pulled away from the curb, I felt a pang of guilt. I mean, he did break into my house after all. And even though my husband was an abusive drunk, it was still technically a crime. So when the police pulled us over for speeding, I knew I had to make a decision. Stay with a man who offered me kindness and understanding, or return to the life that almost broke me. But when the officer approached our car, I took a deep breath and knew I couldn't run away from who I was anymore. As the officer walked away, I turned to him, my heart pounding. "Me, you have to let me go. I can't keep running." He looked at me, his eyes filled with concern. "Thief, are you sure? Because I don't want to lose you." He reached out to touch my hand, but I pulled away. I was scared. Scared of losing him, scared of what my husband would do when he found out I was gone, and most of all, scared of myself. The girl I once was, the one who dreamed of happily ever afters, had almost become a distant memory. But as I looked into his eyes, I saw kindness, compassion, and something that made my heart skip a beat: love. We arrived at the police station, and although a part of me wanted to reach out and touch him, I knew I had to put some distance between us. The officer walked up to him, his expression grim. "Officer, do you know why I pulled you over?" "Thief, I was speeding." The officer stepped closer. "Officer, and this car is stolen." Just then, I couldn't hold back anymore. I jumped out of the car and ran toward him. As I got closer, I called out to him, my voice trembling. "Me, stop right there." Everyone turned to look at me, and I could see the surprise on the officer's face. I took a deep breath and continued. "Me, I need to talk to him. Please." The officer hesitated, then nodded slowly and stepped aside. I approached him, my heart pounding in my chest. This was my chance to tell him how I felt, to let him know that I chose love over fear. When the news vans arrived, my legs shook. Was I making a mistake by going to the press? "Me, if you love him, then let him go." The words echoed in my ears. My mother's words, my own words. I was torn. But as I looked into his eyes, I knew what I had to do. Pushing my fear aside, I stepped forward and spoke into the microphone. "Me, this is my home. I'm happy to be back." The reporters gasped. The thief's head shot up, his eyes wide with disbelief. I ignored them and continued. "Me, as for him, well, we all make mistakes, but I believe in second chances." The crowd erupted in applause. And as I turned to him, I saw a single tear rolling down his face. I smiled, my heart full. At that moment, I knew I had made the right choice. In choosing love over fear, I have found my happily ever after with a thief who stole my heart. The end. If you enjoyed this romantic tale, please leave a comment below. Share your thoughts and don't forget to hit that like button. Your support means the world to me. Thank you for joining me on this journey of love and happily ever afters. Until next time, take care.